Musicians are known for using various aesthetics to promote their music, but rappers in particular are known for taking it to the extreme. Whether it's face tats, dyed hair, crazy looks, or in some cases, even references to the devil himself. And recently, alluding to devil worshipping has become somewhat of a popular trend among rappers, like Yeat, Playboy Cardi, and more. My name is Rashad Bashir, and this is rappers who worship the devil, sort of. The first rapper who referenced and still references the devil is Yeat. You've probably heard Yeat's smash hit, Money So Big, where he says, "I got the devil on my phone, he tell me to keep doing this." But what if I told you this isn't the only time Yeat has mentioned the devil? It's really just the tip of the iceberg. 4 years ago, Yeat was working at Jimmy John's, and 2 years ago, he had only 10,000 followers. But today, he has millions. And although many attribute his success to hard work, TikTok, and Yeat's creativity, once you take a deeper look, there seems to be something much more sinister that he took part in behind the scenes, and it's allegedly worshipping the devil. I know I sound crazy, but hear me out, because I thought the same until I realized how deep his obsession with the devil really is. Most fans don't know this, but Yeat has been making references to the devil since 2019, all the way back to the cover art for his album Different Creature, where he has two shadows, one in the shape of a devil and the other as an angel. But that was practically meaningless. However, soon after, he'd allude to it more and more. 6 months later, Yeat dropped his next album, I'm So Me, and this time, the album cover depicted Yeat playing chess with the devil. The devil is coming out on top, and Yeat is struggling to fight his demons. And on the side, you see a large pile of money, implying if the devil wins, he has to sell his soul. But it's more than just imagery. A couple years later, fans found something much more interesting. In the same album, the 12th track is called Roxy, and the 13th track is Intro 2022. And what would you know? In the beginning of 2022, Yeat sold out the Roxy Theater in LA, and it was even shut down because of how many people came. During this time frame, Yeat was relatively conflicted on whether or not he wanted to sign with the devil, but his indecision wouldn't last forever. So, a devil in his cover art and some harmless lyrics. That's all, right? There can't be anything else, right? Nope. Take a look at this picture. You probably noticed Yeat flexing a lot of cash, but pay attention to his arm. That's a sigil tattooed on his arm. Sigils are an inscribed or painted symbol considered to have magical power, and each sigil has a different desired outcome. And the closest sigil to Yeat's is this one, the Naki sigil, which is meant to bring you wealth and earthly desires. You can also customize sigils, which is what Yeat had done, meaning he had added his own secret twist to it. So if you have an occult magical symbol tattooed on you, you might believe in devil worship. In fact, Yeat's got a lot of witchcraft symbolism all over himself. His old labeled Twizzy Riches symbol is a pagan. There's a sun and moon on the Two Alive cover, and a sigil on his album Life's cover as well. And if you put two and two together, it's heavily implied, almost out in the open, that Yeat has more than just a little bit of a fascination with the devil. But Yeat has a lot more than just symbolism that implies he worships the devil. He has blatant demonic references that date back to 2020. On his song Nobu, he said, "I prayed to the devil, he gave me some luck." And on Rolly Day 2, he said, "Talk to my demon. No, it's no more switching sides." And this sentiment is echoed on later tracks like Met the Devil, where he literally says, "If I had to choose, I would choose hell. You ask me, it's cause they wish me well." This was just a start. But what's really interesting to me is throughout Yeat's career references of the devil, he's carefully intertwined them to tell a story. In 2021, Yeat dropped Alive, his first notable project, and there are multiple references to the devil in this project. On Tonka, he said, "The devil told me my time was ticking, I got like 30 days. What's eerie about this is he blew up 30 days later, when he dropped 4L, his next project, which included the song Sorry About That and multiple others, which shot Yeat into stardom almost overnight. Resurrection was the overarching theme of the album, and the album's cover art made it seem like he died, but survived because the devil was protecting him. Moreover, you can see the previous album on the side where the devil was also referenced, so this was a strategic play by Yeat. There were two more references to the devil as well. In Died Before, he explained he died before, but no one would believe him. And in Ecstasy, he said Upside Down T, the one protecting me, explaining the devil was the one protecting him from death. And at this point, Yeat knows that the devil is waiting on his follow through, whatever the specifics might have been, and he doesn't really have an option to back down now. So take all of this context, pair it with the I'm So Me deal and the devil framed in the live cover background, and the pillars of money in the foreground. He's spelling it out for everyone. Yeat had made up his mind and made a bargain with the devil, a renewed life and prosperous career. His next album, 4L, released only a month or 30 days after Alive, and 4L trades blatant devil references for equally blatant disrespectful bars against God. Going Back to LA, Talk to God, Sideways, Mountain Climbers, Money Twerk. All of these songs feature lyrics about how Yeat is kicking it with the gods, doing substances with God, getting to God's level, etc. On Talk to God, he said, "She told me she loved God, I'm high with the gods." And this entire album is essentially Yeat manifesting the rewards of his bargain and claiming that he's reached God's level while disrespecting all of his rules. So he's essentially his own God. And in singles like X and Oxy, he blatantly said, "Just got off the phone with the devil, we had a meeting, he told me in a year I'll be eating." And what would you know, a year later, Yeat was even more successful. A lot more successful. On his next album, Up to Me, Yeat continued with the devil references and they just got clearer and clearer. By this point, Get Busy had also blown up through TikTok, providing Yeat with a larger fan base and more mainstream attention. But beyond that, within this album are two of the most upfront lyrics about his deal with the devil that Yeat has ever put out. On Money So Big, he said, "About to tell you how I'm doing this. I got the devil on my phone. He told me keep doing this. Yeah, devil taught me how to get rich." Again, pretty clear implication. And as of right now, this also happens to be his most streamed song. On another song, Lying for Fun, he said, "Linked with the devil, told him I just need his signature, need his autograph. I ain't never sold my soul, but I just donated it to you. I just tatted all that on me. Then it happened. It's too true." Referring to the sigil he tattooed on his arm that I spoke about earlier. Aside from the fact that he's telling you that he donated his soul, he's also mentioning he's fully committed to the devil. And this is just one of the many times Yeat mentions the tattoo he got in the devil's honor. The sigil I spoke about earlier, and how the devil rewarded him with success in return. And it looks like his decision had paid off. In his next album, Too Alive, the events of Alive have finally come full circle. Yeat has officially broken into the mainstream, secured features from household names, and cemented his career with the #1 album in rap. All thanks to his consistency, dedication, and of course, the man downstairs. On La Geek, he lays out the interaction. "All my demons talk to me, how else could I explain it? They told me what they were gonna do, and now it happened." Of course, the cover art also has 2 devil horns. And fun fact, in a Reddit post, the artist who made the cover art revealed that he didn't actually include a devil. Yeat told him to add it as a revision, and even said he thinks Yeat might be a devil worshipper himself. So even the guy Yeat commissioned thinks he sold his soul. Yeat did lay off on the devil stuff for a bit, but just like the past, it didn't last for long. His most recent single, Bigger Than Everything, has a lot of dark imagery and symbolism, and he keeps showing his chain that's an iced out satanic cross. In the cover art, he's sitting on a piano between 3 demon-like figures, and in the song, he literally says, "We're so mad the devils call me him." So there's no doubt that all that demonic imagery has been a staple for artists trying to draw controversy to themselves, but in Yeat's case, he's been consistently talking about it from the early stages of his career. And it's not just vague references for cheap listens, it's a whole story. And when someone is that committed to telling a story, it's pretty stupid to brush it off as a fake. So did Yeat really worship the devil and sell his soul? I personally don't believe in that stuff, but I'll leave it up to you. The next rapper with references to the devil is Playboi Cardi. Cardi is an anomaly because until 2018, he was a normal dude. He dressed like a normal guy, spoke like a normal guy, and behaved like one. But today, Playboi Cardi is no stranger to the satanic lifestyle. His last album, Whole Lotta Red, featured several Satan-esque references as well as vampiric imagery and more. And fans started to get ideas about his ideology. The funny part is, there was practically no controversy about this topic before Whole Lotta Red, but 2018 was 5 years ago, so a significant chunk of his career has featured devil references at this point. Cardi's first reference to the devil was in 2014 on a song called Pray For Me, where he says, "I got a date with the devil, hey, I'm a rock star, heavy metal." And ironically, just like his teenage fans today, Cardi also used to relate heavy metal with satanic stuff. But if we're being honest, the lyrics were meaningless, and from 2015 to 2017, Cardi was just the average guy, or rapper. So Cardi's involvement with the devil was a gradual change. And in 2018, during the promotion for his sophomore album, Die Lit, it commenced. That year, on Cardi's tour site, there was a pentagram in it, and he also put the text, "We all have demons, I just choose to feed mine." Later that year, he got a pentagram tatted, a popular satanic symbol, and a devil goat, which actually is Baphomet, a satanic god, which, if anything, is demonic. And once the Die Lit tour started, there were tons of crazy, straight up demonic imagery, such as demonic variants of crosses, and there was even a pentagram in the background of every one of his performances. The Die Lit era had satanic imagery, but no one really accused Cardi of being a devil worshipper or even being a little weird, because at the time, he still looked normal, and it was pretty obvious these were just being done for the aesthetic, and they were just playful, as they were made into edgy graphic designs. But when Whole Lotta Red dropped, the childish drawings of satanic imagery were also dropped, and they became clear. At this point, fans weren't sure if it was real or not. He was wearing a lot of upside down crosses and doing devil photo shoots with cosmetic devil horns, as well as a fake tattoo of an upside down cross on his forehead. But you could still argue that Cardi was just really into the punk aesthetic, and what he was doing was just an extreme continuation of it, which also happened to get his music more attention. But since then, this argument started losing its merit. After Cardi dropped his merch collection for Whole Lotta Red, it was filled with inverted crosses, pentagrams, and dark imagery, along with sweaters and shirts that had upside down crosses and statements like black leather devil written on them. So it was no longer an aesthetic, it was his main image. And Cardi's Whole Lotta Red album merch didn't receive the warmest reception from fans. Almost immediately after images of the merch went live on the internet, fans began talking about the clothes' satanic appearance. One Twitter user expressed their confusion about Cardi's merch, writing, "Anyone that buys Playboy Cardi's merch is not making it to heaven." And just like Yeet, it only got more and more radical. In August of 2022, Cardi literally got the word Satan tatted on the back of his neck, and fans began freaking out, tweeting things like, "Playboy Cardi, undo this tattoo so I can add you back to my playlist, please." And in 2023, Lil Uzi Vert posted a satanic image tagging Cardi, saying, "Me and my love about to take over the world," with a picture of Baphomet in the background, the satanic figure Cardi has tatted on him. Even Cardi's artists, Ken Carson and Destroy Lonely, have upside down crosses. And not to mention, in all of his recent performances, he's looked like this. In March of 2023, Cardi gave his most demonic performance ever, saluting the crowd with devil horns, putting devil horns in his head, all while there was an upside down cross displayed on the back of the show. The year prior, a fan at one of his shows even went viral for being afraid of the demonic energy. But years ago, Cardi actually spoke about the devil on his Instagram, where he commented, "The devil is whack, exclamation point, plus, smiley face." So yeah, he probably doesn't worship the devil or even believe in it. He just uses it as a marketing ploy, and fans fall for it every time. The final rapper with references to the devil, and who's even been accused of dressing up as the devil, wait, actually, yeah, he dressed up as the devil, is none other than the God-loving gentleman known as Trippie Redd. Back in the day, Trippie Redd was accused of having upside-down crosses on his hands. Ironically, in 2018, he even had a song called Bigger Than the Devil. That year, Trippie Redd was constantly repping 666 and had other devilish attributes that were a part of his aesthetic. For example, he had devil horns that he occasionally twisted into his dreads, and the tattoos TR666 on his eyelids, which made a certain group of people snap on him on the internet repeatedly. So in 2018, Trippie Redd finally decided to clear it up on Instagram, saying, "A lot of y'all are blind to reality. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. Melanin in black people's skin. Do your research." I have no idea how anyone was supposed to come to that conclusion, but I'll give him a pass. And then he said, "Now, why I say TR666? Because Trippie Redd is black, but Trippie Redd is also dark. I make dark music, but I'm black, so I use it as a metaphor. Make sure you do your research." Man, because these people would tell you 666 is the mark of the beast. I'm not gonna lie, this was a horrible explanation. He constantly told fans to do their research, but if you look up what 666 means, it will literally tell you it's the number of the devil in the Bible. And Trippie said that because carbon had 6 electrons, neutrons, and protons, he related it to the melanin in black people's skin. Except Trippie Redd looks like this. So fans weren't buying it and saw it as an excuse. And it doesn't look like Trippie Redd believed it either, because later on, he'd move on with the references. Later that year, in the Topanga music video, he performed a satanic ritual in front of everyone, and there are multiple pentagrams throughout the music video. A parent on his fan subreddit even said they forced their son to stop listening and watching Trippie Redd because of his devilish activity and symbolism he displayed. So in 2021, he would directly address the devil worshipping allegations once more in an interview, and this time put it to rest for good, or at least he tried to. I'm really into numbers. 14 symbolizes balance within life, so that plays back into people from the outside looking in will be like, "Oh, he's the devil worshiper." And then somebody that really looks in and figures out what I got going on, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, he's not even on no devil stuff. He grew up in a Christian home." So it turns out that Trippie Redd clearly just does it for the aesthetic, because he's Christian, and explained it had nothing to do with the devil for him, and everything to do with the culture and human experience. To the outsider looking in, that looks like some devil stuff, he acknowledged. But in reality, people in Africa do their hair, their dreads, and devil horns. It's their culture, it's tribal. It's not nothing to symbolize the devil. And then the 666 is 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons, which is what the human body is built of. That's what it really means. That's why I got it tatted on me, like Trippie Redd is 666, because I'm a human. That's just me. That's what I'm made of. But it didn't shake off his behavior or the hate. That year, he wore Lil Nas X's Satan shoes, who also was going through some sort of controversy himself regarding the devil, and later on dressed up as a devil in music videos, which prompted a new wave of hate from people on the internet, such as this video showing a before and after of Trippie Redd before he was famous. Even his own fans weren't pleased, as in 2022, his own fan posted, "What's up with all the satanic stuff lately?" saying, "Never seen him push it this much. It's like he thinks it makes him look cool and edgy when it's just annoying." Trippie had posted a notebook where he had drawn a bunch of satanic drawings, the text, the Dark Brotherhood, as well as the devil and 666. I mean, melanin, or what our bodies are made of. So out of these 3 rappers, somehow Trippie Redd is the least demonic, which just goes to show how far Yeat and Cardi have taken it. Artists worshipping the devil has been a debate about almost every artist since this gimmick began back in the 80s. Back then, there was the satanic panic, and it's usually never for real because there are hardly any people who legitimately believe and worship the devil. But if you look at how far some of these rappers have taken it, like Yeat for example, it's hard not to be intrigued at the very least. My name is Rashad Fashir, thanks for watching and have a nice day.